Hey friends, we are inside again because it has been pouring, which I'm very happy about because it means I don't have to water. But before that, we had 2 weeks of extreme heat and humidity where it was like 100 degrees plus with the heat index. So I'm just going to walk you around what I'm doing today in the kitchen. I have a bunch of herbs I've been dehydrating after harvesting them. So I've got some sage here, oregano, which I need to fill this one up with what I brought in, some lemon verbena, some mullein flowers and mullein leaves. I've got almost a whole quart of feverfew. I've got some self-heal and some toothache plant. This is new for this year, but it's also really good for immunity. It's good for toothaches, and it's also the C preventative. I've got lots of holy basil coming in, which I'm excited about because I love holy basil. And this is the salad that I'm starting for lunch today because the lettuce is bolting because it's been so hot, so it's kind of gotten a little bitter. So no one else will eat it but me. I've got some vegetables roasting in the oven, some fennel and radish. This is Greek chicken in the Instapot. So it's chicken thighs, kosher chicken thighs. I've got an onion in here, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, and lemon juice. We'll top it with some avocado oil, and we also added some sea salt to this. Right here is the carrots that we have left that came from the garden. I was very excited. We've never had luck with carrots before. And I just basically took all of the seed packets we had, which were 4 because they were a few years old, and we just planted them out. I thinned them some, but the thing that stinks is the yellow ones. These are the rainbow carrots, are very, very fibrous. And I actually tried to use them to make dog food last night, and I think I broke my immersion blender because it was so fibrous. So yeah, you can't tell what's with the rainbow carrots, like which ones are the yellows, carrots until they grow. I took the rest of the radishes that didn't fit on the cookie sheet and I'm fermenting them. Pickled radishes are great, with Greek food, great with Mexican food, great on hot dogs. These are the 2 squashes I harvested this week. We have 6 plants. They were looking great. And then I was self-pollinating to ensure that I was going to get fruit. And unfortunately, with this massive amounts of heat and humidity and no rain, they were all shriveling up. So I've only gotten 2. Fingers crossed we get some more. So I'm focusing on meal prep today. What I did this morning was some chicken to marinate to get on the grill tomorrow, because hopefully the sun will come out. I made some potato salad. I've got some falafel that I'll throw on my salad today for lunch, some cucumber salad in there. I've got a skirt steak marinating over here. There was a sale on organic mangoes at Costco. So I put them in the fridge today, but I fermented some mangoes for mango salsa. Great. What's great about this is if you can do things ahead of time, then when you're crunched for time, and those cabbages will be turned into crustito and coleslaw. When you're crushed for time and you have things already fermented or canned or preserved in whatever way you preserve them, you actually save yourself a lot of time, your future self, in the long run. So current Amy has a lot of meal prep, but future Amy is going to be really excited because I will have all this fermented food. Tomorrow when I barbecue extensive amounts because I don't want to worry about lunch and dinner for that week. We will just eat whatever I have barbecued. Some people don't like to do that. You know what? You have to pick your battles when you deal with what I deal with on a daily basis. So even though I'm a lot better than I was, I still deal with lots of fatigue. I still have migraines, and I can't predict what the day's going to look like. And with trying to write this next book, I'm kind of, want to focus on writing when I can, when my brain is up to par. And when my brain is not so up to par, but able to somewhat function, I'll do meal prep. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take this. So this is ground beef organ mix that from my girlfriend's farm, Nagaki Farms in Mount Sinai. That's where I source chicken, turkey, beef, eggs. I don't eat eggs, but my husband does. They have pork as well. I don't eat pork, he does. And then I get the kosher chicken when I can as well, because she doesn't sell chicken thighs. But this is, know your farmer, know who grows what, know who knows how to make things well. The onions are bothering my eyes. And support them, right? And in turn, they'll support you. So I think it's important to build community. We've gotten away from that in our society. We want to be ultra independent, right? Ultra self-sufficient. And to an extent, you can be more self-sufficient than most people are now, but you also still need community. You can't do it all yourself. Like, I don't have the space, the land, the ability, the strength to take care of animals other than Bee. And we see what Bee's doing today. She's chilling. So I rely on people who can do it and do it well. And I know they're being fed quality food. I know they're being well cared for. I know they're not suffering when they're being slaughtered. I know that it's done in a mindful, caring way. And so this is why I'm okay with eating meat, because I'm not buying conventional meat. Like, if you go to the store and you get a package of ground beef, that package of ground beef could have come from 15 different cows in that one package. This is why when mad cow disease happens, it's like a whole shit show, because people are scrambling because they don't know exactly which cow it came from. So it has to be like that whole slaughterhouse. Everything is shut down. And, conventional animals are not raised well. They're not given good food. Again, I discuss this in the next book I'm reading. The food they're giving is poor quality. It's genetically modified. It's filled with glyphosate and other chemical toxins, insecticides, see, this is the day the brain's not working. Herbicides. So because your body is made of mostly microbes, if you're ingesting food that's been sprayed with things to kill microbes, to kill good critters, that's killing the good critters inside of you as well. So you're going to get sick more. You're going to have more GI issues. You're not going to be able to digest your food, and if you're eating animals who have not been cared for well, who have not been fed well, you're ingesting all of that. The antibiotics, the chemicals, the toxins, the inhumane conditions that these animals live in. And, I might sound like I'm on a soapbox, but I didn't really think about this until I had to when I got sick. So I do these videos so that you can think about this if you're not yet in the dire situation that I was in. I didn't understand the food system was broken. I certainly didn't understand that the healthcare system is broken and that it's a sick care system. I just was like, whatever is cheaper, I'm going to buy that, right? So the butcher by us was $1.99 a pound for chicken cutlets. They'll slice it however you want it. If you want it really thin, if you want it thick, whatever. That's where I got my chicken cutlets. I didn't think anything of it. And a lot of people I know still get their chicken cutlets there. And this is not a video to shame you for your choices. It's a video to let you know it takes an awareness. It takes the practice of being mindful of what you're ingesting. So everything is energy. So if you're ingesting sick animals, or animals who are miserable during their life, or animals who are tortured, who were not cared for at the end of their life, right? You are ingesting the energy of that. So of course you don't feel good after eating that burger, that steak. I don't care how much you paid for it. If it's not coming from a quality source, if it's not been taken well cared of while it was alive, you're ingesting that energy. Just like you're ingesting the energy of the person who prepared the food. So we don't eat out for numerous reasons. One, because it's not clean. I can't find high quality food, the quality that I'm used to cooking and purchasing for myself. I can't find that. And I live in New York. I live on Long Island, which is a very affluent area, and I can't find that. So I can't imagine where someone who lives in a less affluent area, in an area that is not as well developed, as well populated, can find quality food. Maybe you can, and good for you, because I can't. And also, I don't want to be ingesting the energetics of that person who's making my food. I don't know what they're dealing with. I don't know, what their hygiene is. I don't know any of that. So I am very mindful of where my food comes from. I have not gone through a drive-through in 15 years. I have not, eaten conventional processed food in probably 12 years. So, because I did the research, because I became aware, because I began to listen to my body, right? And again, I'm human. Do I do this all the time? Do I always listen to my body as much as it would like me to? No, because I'm human. But at the same time, I'm a lot further along than I was 15 years ago, even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. Because when you know better, you do better, right? Maya Angelou says that. And I think it's really important. And so this month, August, my self-help book will be released. It's a long time coming. It took me 3 years. And the reason I wrote this book was, one, I felt called to write it because when I was doing my research, there was nothing out there that touched on all of the aspects in one book. And I thought to myself, this is crazy. I'm reading thousands of books, and not one of them has put all of these pieces together in one place. Also, because I want people to know the most important reason why I did it is that you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You live in a broken society with a broken healthcare system, a broken sick care system, a broken food system. It's not your fault, but you can take responsibility. It's within your control to make changes. And I'm living proof of that. I had to unlearn everything I thought I knew about sickness and health, about food, about healing, about everything, my beliefs, what is right and wrong, right? The living in this duality of everything is black and white. Like, this is what the book talks about. It's like this unlearning of everything you thought you knew, which can seem really overwhelming. But when you do it mindfully on a daily basis in really small steps, it adds up. So did I radically change all of my food at the get-go? Yes and no. So I cut a lot of processed food out because with celiac, like there was like 75 different names for gluten. And this was a time 15 years ago when there were no gluten-free labels on products. So I had to be really careful of what I ate. But I was still eating, like, I'm trying to think. I think I had started eating organic more as far as like chicken, but there really wasn't a lot of organic beef at the places I was shopping to choose from. I didn't yet know the value of pasture-raised, well cared for animals. My friends yet were not doing that yet. I hadn't actually met her yet either. I only met her probably 9 years ago. So again, like, you do in little small incremental steps. So the first thing I did, which is the first thing I do with most people, is I cleaned up as many toxins as I could in my house. I got rid of all of the cleaning products, especially for the laundry. I got rid of all of the personal care products that were toxic because my body was in such dire straits that I was desperate. I needed to make big changes quickly. Is that the way I advocate to do it? No. But it was what was needed to be done. And so if you want to learn more about what I did and all of the discoveries I made over a decade plus of doing research, taking my research knowledge, right? 2 decades of research knowledge to do this information, to find this information, to put it all in one place. I'll have the link below in the notes. It's called The Journey of Unlearning to Regain Trust and Healing by Amy Stein. And then stay tuned for the next book about cleaning up your lifestyle and living healthier in the modern day world. But for this self-help book, it's coming out in August. There is a companion journal to go along with it. I would love for you to purchase them and read them and let me know what you think. Till next time, friends. Thanks for watching.